role of web technologies for regional integration of South Asia. First of all, I will explain to you about the topic in detail. Now, when you talk about South Asia as a region, actually it's one of the most important region in the world due to several reasons. It is the region with more than 1.3 billion people. So it is the combined population in South Asia is larger than of China, and it is so it can be considered as a home to 1/5 of the humanity, and it has also been the birthplace for traditional like big markets. So therefore, the South Asia is important in terms of size, and also now when you look at the reason for region South Asia as a region, you can see South Asian countries share similar cultures, similar histories, and also that is the birthplace to some important world religions. In addition to that, when you look at the geography of South Asia, you can see the most national boundaries are not natural, they are man-made or artificial, as well as therefore that has enhanced a shared resource among countries. So with that background, we can see there are logical reasons why South Asia should collaborate or have integration, but unfortunately at the current status we can easily say that South Asia is one of least integrated region in the world due to several reasons. So this integration can be explained in terms of trade, connectivity, and as well as people's mobility. So when you consider this aspect, it is very least or lower connected or integrated region in the world. So what are the reasons for these kind of low integration? Now when you look at a major or apparent reason is the existing rivalry between India and Pakistan, and also the size of India as an unproportionately larger country in the region, and also the geography of South Asia, where India shares borders with all neighbors, whereas other neighbors can only share or connect to other countries through India. And if you look at India, even though it's the biggest country, it has not been an active facilitator or leader of promoting regional integration in South Asia. That's another reason. Traditionally, South Asian countries are more focused on competition among themselves than collaboration. This can be seen by the product or services they manufacture, as well as the trade partners they have been focusing on. So due to these reasons, South Asia remain one of least integrated region in the world. However, during the recent past, we can see there are some trends that South Asia is trying to develop and discuss about possible integrations. Now some of these reasons are rising India as an economical power as a global power as well as a regional power. We also see rise of China as a global power is forcing South Asian countries to collaborate. Also there are extra power players like United States after September 11 World Trade Center attack. It is also focusing on South Asia because this is the region where the West consider a kind of a birthplace for global terrorism. So and also from the positive side, South Asia has seen some successful experiment in regional integration like European Union and ASEAN and other experiences, so they want to kind of learn from their experience and integrate South Asia as a region. So therefore, regional integration in South Asia is a timely and important topic to discuss and look into. Now, what about the web technologies? What do I mean by web technology in this scenario is actually Web 2.0 technologies. Now we have to identify the difference between traditional web technologies compared to Web 2.0 technologies. Now Web 2.0 technologies are mainly user generated content compared to expert generated content, and they are more focused on multimedia functionalities than traditional text based functionalities. So we are talking about social networking such as Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and other tools like YouTube, Skype, blogging and RSS feed, and etc. So Why we talk about this web technology as a way of enhancing regional integration? That's also important link to look into. Now, regional integration is actually a people-centered process that regional integration can have different tiers, policy level, political leadership, but eventually it is about integration of people. It is in terms of functionality, it is about sharing of information, increased interaction among people, and participation and engagement by the people. So web technologies exactly enhance these kind of processes. So there's a logical match between interactive media or web media and regional integration. That is the basic idea why we should use web technologies for regional integration and its applications. So we will look at different reasons. Now, as I mentioned before, so these are user generated or citizen generated content can be pooled or sourced there, and also to do that you don't need to have experts. The users or laymen or normal people can generate content and ideas and information. And also compared to other technologies, web technologies are economical to produce and distribute. And it's also a way of engaging people as communities. Now also we have to identify the main difference between web compared to other medias like television and press, because web is a public media. There's no identified single owner as a corporation or individual. So that is a qualitative difference between traditional media and new media. And also it can be also argued that it is difficult to block or censor web technologies compared to press or television, even though there are some attempts, particularly in Pakistan and Sri Lanka, to block web technologies, but still we can safely say that web is difficult to censor or block by the national governments. There are other reasons. For example, now since South Asia has been a part of British Empire during the past, so English is the linked language among countries, so therefore, as you all know, web is also dominantly English, therefore the knowledge of English in the country is a reason why everybody can get into the web. And also there are similar cultural aspects like sports, art, literature, or even democracy. So people can look or interact for these purposes through web. Finally, web can enhance all these interaction as a web can act as a platform or facility provider. So how to use web technologies for regional integration? As I mentioned earlier also, this is about information sharing, interaction, enhancement and participation and engagement of people in a web-based community or in a web space. So we can talk about discussion forums, also creation of virtual or online communities on some common issues, ideas and information sharing on some topics or subject of interest, organizing campaigns and events online, awareness building across countries or national boundaries for common issues. A particular technical application can be Facebook pages, YouTube channels, Skype technology, blogging applications, and many more similar technological tools. Now there are many examples in education, political campaigning and political discussions, and also social activism, which is currently practiced in South Asia as a way of demonstrating this power. Now I will not go into details, but the recent campaign in India on Anna Hazare's anti-corruption campaign is a very good example of having active online communities and how their power can be demonstrated across the region. So these can be duplicated or used for as learning tools for other purposes too. But as many other new applications in societies, there are a lot of challenges to overcome in applying web technologies for regional integration. For example, policymakers at the moment currently don't consider these tools very seriously. They consider them still to be like teenage tools. And also we have to understand that these tools are anyway used by so-called bad guys, the terrorists, or people who are working against government. So that can also be a challenge, because technologies are so-called they are value free or value neutral, so that can be used by the destructive purposes also. The other issue we have found in South Asian region is actually lack of knowledge and awareness about this power of web technologies. I think this is common in all other regions, especially among policymakers and political leadership. Even though if you can get out of these challenges, there are some other challenges. For example, application of these tools also should be enhanced by legal and regulated framework, which is also not available in our countries or in the region. And in fact, there are other issues such as access problems. We are talking about expanding ICT usage and mobile technologies in South Asia, but still there are people who have not even seen a computer. So when there is a demand, there will be also some infrastructure issues, for example, bandwidth problem in accessing internet. I think also one big challenge is government attitudes towards these technologies. Particularly now, government is always some governments are trying to introduce censorship, and also they are trying to block access to information by their citizens. Even though I mentioned that English as a main language in the region, but there are a lot of other languages in the region, and also English is spoken in the region in general, maybe maximum 10% of the population, and also literacy about using internet is still low. So these are some of the challenges you have to overcome if you want to use these tools for real value adding regional integrating approaches.